What's going on, everyone? I am just a typical, average American here today to react to Americans who have no idea how the world works. So today, I want to take a look at some examples from the internet of a problem that a lot of us Americans have. And that is, many Americans really think that the entire world is exactly like the United States, or that the United States is the only country that matters, which is obviously incredibly stupid and ignorant and a terrible mindset to have, and it's also very egotistical. And it's very unfortunate that a lot of Americans really do think like this. So today, I thought it would be entertaining to take a look at some examples of this. So this is proof that some Americans really don't know how the world works. So let's take a look at these, starting with this is a Reddit post where an American left a comment saying American English is the language of the internet. What? What? What are you saying? Are you kidding me? American English is the language of the internet. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That is such a perfect example of how closed-minded some Americans really are. Like, every language is on the internet. I shouldn't have to say that. Everybody's on the internet. It's the World Wide Web. That's why it's called that. This just really demonstrates like how Americans really think the world revolves around the United States, I guess. Like, everybody should have to speak English. And not just any English, American English. This is, I don't know, this really is a good example of why a lot of people around the world have a negative opinion of Americans when we say stuff like this, like, our language is the default. American English is the most important. Stop. There's literally an entire other world of languages out there on the internet. It's just that a lot of Americans don't bother to look at, other websites and other places on the internet where you can see what people in other countries are saying. And even if you don't understand other languages, you can like translate it and stuff using the internet. It's not that hard anymore. So this is so bad. And it says most other countries rarely think about the UK. And that's appropriate. What? What's with the random like dig at the UK? What? That came out of nowhere. Plenty of people think about the UK. What this really shows is how this American, it really shows how they don't ever think about the rest of the world, including the UK or other countries. It's that, and that's not a good thing. That's not something you should be bragging about. You shouldn't be proud about this. This is quite a comment. And somebody responded saying, LOL, so many stupid ideas in such a small comment. Yes, no kidding. That about sums it up. So many stupid things in such a small comment. Yeah, no kidding. Okay, this is a comment. It looks like Instagram, where somebody says, wait, what? Here, 32 gigabyte kits are $300. How are you getting them for under $250? Are you in Kentucky? What? Okay. So this is an American who is confused about how in other parts of the world things cost different amounts of money. I think that's what's going on here, which is funny. So somebody replied saying, I'm in Cambridge, UK, and this is in pounds, not dollars. Yes, okay, that would explain it. That would exactly explain what's going on here. This American is shopping online, I guess, maybe on Instagram, and they are looking at a 32 gigabyte, like, I don't know, computer part, and they're confused why it's only 250, whereas in the United States it costs $300. It's because that's 250 pounds, and that would actually imply that pounds are more valuable than US dollars. I don't know the exact conversion, but this American doesn't understand that there are other currencies, I guess. So they replied saying, I'm so confused. Cambridge is in the States? What? What? What did, what did you just say? Cambridge is in the States? Cambridge is not in the States. I mean, the Cambridge that everybody knows about. That's a British thing. That's a UK thing. I think there's a Cambridge in like Massachusetts that's named after the one in the UK. This American thinks Cambridge is in the United States. And I don't. So they said, I'm confused. Cambridge is in the States. And I didn't know that city had its own currency? What? Okay, this American needs help. Like, possibly professional help, if I'm being honest. They need to go back to school at the very. This is bad. They have such a little understanding of other currencies and other places, like Cambridge and the British pound, that they don't even know that that's a thing. That all this American can do is use their American brain and be like, "What? Cambridge is in the States, and there's a different currency in the States. What? That's that's the logic that you get out of that? That's what you think?" So somebody responded saying, go to sleep. It's okay. Your American brain can't comprehend the United Kingdom. That's actually a very appropriate comment. This American does need to like get off the internet. Go to sleep. Your brain is malfunctioning. So that guy really thought that there's one currency in the whole world, US dollars, and only one city in the world named Cambridge, and it's in the United States. Wow. That about sums it up. That's a real thing that an American thought. Wow. I understand as an American that a lot of us don't really understand other cultures and we're not really worldly, but a lot of this is just should be common sense. Like we should know this. All Americans should know that there's a Cambridge in the UK and there's other currencies like the pound, and that should not be a surprise to anyone. That's really bad. That says something very bad about American education. I don't know. This is another post on Reddit that says, I traveled to China on my Irish passport due to the no visa requirements and headed to Singapore using the Irish passport. Okay, I'm returning back to Australia, but my visa is attached to the British passport. What should I do? Does it matter if I exit Singapore on a British passport? This is a bit complicated. I don't really understand passports all that well, but this person clearly must have like dual citizenship. Yeah, it said dual citizen, like Irish and Australian by the sound of it. Anyway, they're asking about that on the Reddit, and somebody responded saying, just show them your American passport? What? They're They never said anything about being American. This American assumes anybody with a passport is American? Or do they think everybody in the world has an American passport? Just show them that you're American. It's obvious they are Irish and Australian. You just have to read it. And then someone responded saying, okay, because we all have an American passport. Am I right? Yeah, exactly. What? Oh my God. What is going on? These are so bad. I don't know if that American just can't read or even worse, thinks that there are no other countries in the world. What? I don't. It's hard for me, even as an American, to like understand my fellow Americans sometimes. That's kind of strange. This is a Instagram post where somebody took a picture. So this gift is for a boy age 10, and they would love a football. Oh, this is like a charity at Christmas time. I don't know if everybody does this all around the world, but certainly in the United States, we do this where you can go to like a church or a grocery store or a charity and you can buy a gift for a random child who needs a gift. And this is for a 10-year-old boy who wants a football. Okay. The boy asked for a football. What else is there? Um, it sounds like, oh, I would have gotten the wrong thing. That's a soccer ball? What? It's, are you in America or another country? My football isn't a soccer ball. Oh my God. So, I understand. I get what's happening. This is a little confusing because there should be another picture, I think. We're talking about what the rest of the world thinks as a football. Let me get a picture here. Yeah, like this. I'm looking it up on my phone. A football. This is what we're talking about. Every American reading this, myself included, was imagining an American football. Whereas this is like in the UK or some English speaking country, I think, where you're talking about this football. And I get it. Like that's a very American thing. This like for 99% of the world, that's what a football is, right? I had it in my mind that it was like an American football, which looks more like a rugby ball. Okay, so with that in mind, the Americans are commenting on this saying, I would have got the wrong thing. You got a soccer ball. In the UK, this is a football. Oh my God, people are having to explain what a football is in the UK. I see. Are you in America or another country? My football definitely isn't a soccer ball. Oh no. What, 6/11/25 isn't a real date? Oh no! Now, oh my God, this Instagram post is going crazy. So Americans saw this, where somebody was buying a football for a child, and all the Americans started commenting, getting mad, like, that's not a football, that's a soccer ball. That's not how you write the date. That doesn't make it, because the date format is different in America. What? Also, and the very last comment is, they said football, not a soccer ball, sad face. Oh my. And then the final comment is, America thinks they're the center of the world. Yeah. Okay, that's embarrassing. I didn't know that. Oh, this is on TikTok. I see. Wow. This is a good example of when Americans like can't just realize that something is taking place outside of the United States, which is sad. It even fooled me for a second. So there you go. Uh-oh. I'm actually not surprised by that one. Because in America, obviously, when we say football, we think of something different. This is a Reddit post where somebody said, What surprisingly legal thing in your country would shock most foreigners? Recreational marijuana and same-sex marriage? What's surprisingly, yeah, that's pretty surprising to, well, not the same-sex marriage, but the recreational marijuana. And then an American responded saying, "What state is this in?" Okay. To be honest, recreational marijuana isn't that shocking anymore in the United States. It's legal in a lot of states, depending on where you are. Same-sex marriage as well. That's not that's like been a thing for a while. Um, but the funny thing here is like when the American comes in and it's like, "What state are we talking about?" It's like this just goes back to where overall it just feels like Americans don't realize that on the internet, there every country is on the internet. Like for example, this was a Canadian. So man, after looking at a couple of these, I could see where this must be incredibly frustrating for a lot of other people around the world. When you're on the internet and you see Americans talking and commenting and saying stuff like this, it must be incredibly annoying. I'm starting to get it, even as an American. This is a post saying, "Please stop telling people to just go to the doctor." So, someone posted this saying, in normal countries, you can go to the doctor. And then an American made this whole post saying, "Please stop telling me to just go to the doctor. I don't have insurance. The cheap options still cost money. I can't afford food. Oh my God. With what money will it fall out of the sky? I'm starving. I can't pay for the doctor." This is actually really sad. So I understand what's happening here. Somebody on Reddit was seeking medical advice. They were asking medical questions, and a lot of people started commenting and saying, "Just go to the doctor, go to the doctor." And this American responded with this, saying, "Stop telling me to go to the doctor. I can't. It's too expensive. A lot of Americans can't just go to the doctor. That's obvious." Well, the truth is, this is very strange in other countries, right? From what I understand, in a lot of countries around the world, you guys don't even have to worry about this. This is not something you think about. It's something that a lot of Americans think is like very normal, but I've learned that it really shouldn't be. Like in a lot of other countries where the healthcare is operated more by the government or paid for with taxes and universally covered and stuff like that, you guys just go to the doctor and get care when you need it. And the price isn't a consideration. So it's kind of funny and sad that on the internet here, Americans are like, this American is annoyed at people around the world saying, "Just go to the doctor, just go to the doctor." This American thinks like, you should understand the American healthcare system. I can't just go to the doctor. Don't you get it? It's like, no, that's not normal. That's not how the rest of the world really works with healthcare. A lot of Americans don't know that, so I'm not totally shocked at this one. This one's kind of sad, to be honest. But anyway, yeah, there we go. I just thought it'd be really interesting, kind of triggering, almost kind of therapeutic in a weird way to just take a look at these different internet posts, some of the dumb things Americans have said that really prove that a lot of us Americans just don't know how the world works. And hopefully we kind of set the record straight here a little bit. So anyway, if you enjoyed this, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on any of these proofs that Americans really don't understand the world. That'd be cool to hear about. And if you're interested in more videos like this, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching and see you next time.